Evening, everyone. I watched a documentary today called Catfish. It's about this fella who lives in Manhattan, and he's on Facebook, and he admires this young girl there. It's a painter, puts up paintings, and then starts speaking to the mother, who also is on Facebook. And she has another daughter named Megan. And who is of his same age, in his latter 20s. And him and his buddies decide, well, he's an artist. They decide to make a film about him going out to meet Megan. He's been texting Megan and falling in love with her, I guess, on the phone, and all this time he's become enamored with. He's been getting paintings and becoming enamored with the whole family. The woman Angela, who is, from her Facebook page, is a beautiful person, physically beautiful. So he goes to where they live, and just without telling them. And the woman Angela's there, and the little girl Abby she's been pitching her as this great artist that sells her paintings for thousands and thousands of dollars. Abby's there, but she has two other children from a marriage that she's now involved in, who are heavily handicapped. They're mentally dysfunctional, and she doesn't look. The woman Angela, the mother, doesn't look anything like her painting. She's about 60 pounds heavier. And Angela puts up the pretense that Megan is just visiting the horse farm because they're all very interested in horses. Until the fellow finally figures out that because he asks Abby more about the pictures and stuff, and Abby says, well, no, I've never really drawn any pictures. My mother draws the pictures. And then he confronts the mother and says, there really isn't any Megan. She says, well, yeah, she's downstage. She's an alcoholic, and she's been in rehab for 4 months. It turns out there was no Megan at all. And this woman, Angela, had just been making a lower tone, soft voice to pull the guy in. So the name of the thing, he feels he's distraught now. He doesn't, he says, he's still kind to Angela, the woman, and parts ways. But the fellow who's been filming the whole thing stops and talks to the fellow who's a bit slow, who has the two mentally challenged children that live with them. And he's kind of knows about the whole thing. And he says, well, it's kind of like the carp. He says, what do you mean the carp? He says, well, when they tried sending carp over in big vats and ships, and by the time the carp got over there, the flesh was all meaty and all mealy and wasn't edible. And then they put catfish in with the carp, kind of chasing them around, biting at their tails, keeping them busy, keeping them moving around. He says, well, that's kind of like how I see my wife. She's just keeping people on their toes. And that's the kind of thing you got to worry about with Facebook and Twitter and all these other social medias. Who are the catfish? Who's the carp? thank you all for your participation. If you see the documentary, I'm pretty sure it was on Cinemax. Give it a watch. I mean, it's only like an hour and a bit, and very interesting. You know, see how easily you can be fooled. I'll thank you all for your participation again. Catch you back on it too. Good night now.